What is up, my Majin Buu crew? It's your boy, King Majin, coming back at you guys with another video. And today, I'll be doing the long-awaited Part 7 to What if Deku had Ainz's powers. So yeah, I know you guys have been waiting for this one for a long time. I have too. I've been trying to get everything written out in my head to how I think Deku will react in these situations. But I think I finally got it down, so yeah. I know you guys really like this series, and I hope to make more of it, so remember, like goal for this video is 100 likes, and you guys will most likely get a part 8. No, most definitely get a part 8, because I'm not planning on ending this series anytime soon. And I know you guys have been wanting me to do other series on my channel, so I will be working on those. So, and I hope you guys continue to keep watching this. Well, anyway, I'm rambling on here, so let's get into What if Deku had Ainz's powers, Part 7. Deku will be in his room with Momo, cuddling, I would like to say, until Nabro will walk in on them out of nowhere. Deku and Momo would say, "Nabro, knock before you enter." And she would say, "Sorry, Lord." And Deku would then say, "Just call me Izuku." As Nabro would say, "Izuku, sir." And as Deku would say, "Fine." He would then ask, "Why'd you come in here, Nabro?" She would then say, "You have guests." And Deku would say, "I didn't have anyone planned to come over today." And as Momo would then say, "Sorry." And as Deku would then say, "I told you to tell me before you invite people over." And she would then say, "I forgot that I even promised them this." And Deku would say, "Them?" As they would go downstairs with Nabro. Deku would then say, "Why are all of you here?" Ochako would then say, "Momo said we could come and use your pool over the week." And Frog would say, "Come on, Izuku." And everyone would then say, come on, it'll be fun." As Deku would then say, "Fine, let's go out to the pool." As they would all go out to the pool, everyone would get into their swimsuits, and they would be admiring how beautiful Deku's pool looks. As everyone would be looking on, the girls would then get into their swimsuits, with Mineta and Denki being, well, bummed out. As they would all be swimming around, Deku would say, "How about you, Nabro? You work non-stop, you deserve a break." As Nabro would then say, "I'm fine, sir." And Deku would then say, "I insist, you work really hard. You deserve to take a break once in a while." And she would then say, "I'm fine," but Deku would then say, "I insist." As she would then say, "Thank you." She would then get into a swimsuit and prep and join the rest of them for swimming. As Denki and Mineta look on saying, "Thank you, Midoriya. Thank you." And as Nabro shoots daggers at them, they still don't care. They just like the way she looks in the swimsuit. After this, Deku would then talk to Ida about what happened with him and his brother. And Ida would then say, "He's fine. He's perfectly fine, actually. He's gonna start hero work in a while." As Deku would then say, "Oh, that's good. I'm happy for you. And how about you, Ida?" Ida would then say, "Yeah, I'm sorry about what I did last time. I was just so..." And Deku would then say, "I get it. I don't think I could hold myself back if someone did that to someone I cared for." And as Ida would then say, "Thank you, Midoriya." Deku would then say, "It's cool, man. Just call me next time something like that happens, and I'll run and help you." As Ida would then say, "Yeah, thanks." After their conversation, the rest of Class 1A would continue to swim until they would leave for home. Deku, Momo, and the rest of them would then walk back into the house, with Momo saying she's gonna go study for a bit. And Nabro and the rest of the mates would be left with Deku. Deku would then say, "I have another meeting with Demiurge. You guys do your thing. I'll be back later. As Deku would then go to the portal, jumping into the portal. Deku would then walk into the great tomb of Nazarique. Yeah, Nazarique, seeing Demiurge and Albedo. Demiurge would then say, "My lord, I have a report." And as Deku would then say, "What is it, Demiurge?" Demiurge would then say, "The League of Villains is planning an attack on the training camp." And Deku would then say, talk about a secure training camp. And Demiurge would then say, "Right, my lord." And Deku would then say, "So what's going to happen?" "They plan on kidnapping Bakugou and killing you, my lord." And Deku would then look at Demiurge as he says this, and he would then begin to laugh uncontrollably. "They plan to kill me. Fools." And Deku would then say, "What are you planning in advance?" And Demiurge would then say, "I would not dream of this, lord. I would not dream of planning anything before I got your input." As Deku would then say, "I think it's about time to show the world I am here." And as Demiurge and Albedo will look on with eyes wide, saying, "Yes, it is time." And as Demiurge will look on at Deku or Ainz in this manner, he would then say, "Wait, lord, did you plan this?" As Deku would then say, "It was only a matter of time before the League of Villains attacked me personally. I destroyed their Nomu. It was bound to happen. And with that Shigaraki, how unstable he is, I just didn't think it would happen so soon." As Demiurge would then look on in awe at his master's brilliance. Afterwards, after the conversation ended, Deku would go to sleep, all that, and class one day would meet up the next day. They would meet up, get on the bus, and prepare to head out to the training camp. Deku would be in the bus just thinking, I wonder who they're going to send out. Slash might know. And if you guys don't know who Slash is, that is the name of the villain they have on, like, the spy they have on the inside of the League of Villains. So yeah. After a while, the bus would then stop, peering over a cliff. As Aizawa would then get out, introducing the Wild Pussycats to everyone. As Mandalay and Pixie Bob would greet everyone, Deku would then say, "Oh my god, they're a rescue hero team. They've been together for..." And as he would say this, Pixie Bob would try to grab his head to prevent him from saying anything. But Deku would then change his words, saying, "And they're also very young." Just to get on Pixie Bob's good side, saying, "Kid, you're good. And you know what would have happened if you would have said that." And as Momo would come behind Deku. Seeing another woman close to him, she would then say, "Yeah, he is good. And he's also mine." Momo will be a little bit territorial because, well, Albedo and all that. So yeah, she would be territorial about other women being near Deku, except for her friends who know that they're together and wouldn't dream of, well, going near Deku in that way. As this will be going on, Mandalay will be pointing out that the training camp is all the way over there, with everyone saying, "That's pretty far." Mandalay will then say, it will take at least an hour or so to get there. As everyone then say, "Why are you telling us this?" As Aizawa will then say, "Why aren't we telling you this? The training camp has already started, kids." As Kaminari, Kirishima, and Sarah will then look on saying, "Everyone, back to the bus!" As everyone then runs to the bus, Pixie Bob would then jump in front of them, sending them all over the edge with an earth wave. Everyone then fall down, with Aizawa saying, You guys have just a little bit of time to get there." No, wait. Yeah. "You guys better make it there quick, or you probably won't get to eat." As everyone then look on, just yelling at Aizawa. Then they was gonna say, with his antics, we should have known this would have happened. Afterwards, Pixie Bob and Mandalay was gonna say, don't you think we're going a little bit hard on them? And as Aizawa was gonna say, we need to cram a whole semester's worth of lessons into them so they can get their provisional licenses. So, I don't think we're going too hard on them. As Pixie Bob was gonna say, you're right. As Aizawa, Pixie Bob, and Mandalay would then head to the bus, they would then see Deku, Aura, Mara, and Nabro standing right behind them. As Pixie Bob would then say, why didn't I get you guys with my earth flow? Aizawa would then say, I figured you guys would be the only ones not to be affected by that. As Deku then asks, Mr. Aizawa, do we need to go with everyone to get there, or can we just go by ourselves? As Aizawa would then say, you guys can just go. As Deku would then say, thank you. As all of them would fly off, except for Aura. She would just jump from really high to give the illusion as if she couldn't fly. Hey, that rhymes. But anyway, as Pixie Bob and Mandalay are looking on at this thing, whoa, those kids! And Aizawa would then say, yep, they're probably the strongest four in the class. As Mandalay and Pixie Bob would look on saying, so, Aizawa, you have some interesting students. And Aizawa would then say, you haven't seen anything yet. As the rest of Class 1A will be completing the Beast Forest training when they're going to the forest. As the rest of them will be completing it would take a lot longer without Deku there. Well, Deku will arrive at the training camp just a few minutes after flying. Just a few minutes, that's all. As they will touch down, they would see Albedo, with Albedo saying, hello, Lord. Master Ainz. She would then run over to Deku and hug him. As Deku would then say, not in public. And she would then say, no one's here. And as she would have been saying this, she would then kiss Deku a few times. And just hold on to him tightly. A few minutes later, Aizawa, Pixie Bob, and Mandalay would come to see Deku, and the rest of them there way before all of them, with Pixie Bob saying, you are one fast kid. I call dibs. And as she would then say, as Mandalay would then say, someone already has dibs on him. As Abel would think, 3 people already have dibs. Not saying it out loud, but thinking it. As Aizawa would look on saying, when did you guys get here? Well, 5 minutes after flying here, sir. As Aizawa would then say, 5 minutes? I thought it would be much quicker. As Deku would then say, we didn't really fly that hard, we just coasted, really. As Aizawa would then say, if you guys would have went all out, how long do you think it would have taken? And Deku would then say, probably just a few seconds. As Pixie Bob and Mandalay look on shocked. Around this time, Deku would then see Koda, and he would then try to shake his hand and introduce himself, but Koda would then punch him in the balls. This would do nothing to Deku because he has physical immunity, but this would hurt his hand, Koda's hand, tremendously. And he would then just hold his wrist, just screaming out in pain, but as Mandalay would go to try and help him, he would then walk away, being mad at all of them, saying, I hate fake heroes. Wait, not fake heroes. I don't want to be around you wannabe heroes. Almost getting on Stain's ideology. But anyway, afterwards, the rest of Class A will appear coming out of the forest, looking terrible, taking much longer than the original canon, but not too long. Everyone was gonna walk out, like I already said, being really exhausted. As everyone would then see Mara, Aura, and Nabro, the girls would run up to them, just being extremely angry that they ditched them. And they would then say, sorry. As Mara would then say, I'm really sorry. As Nabra would then say, I apologize. The rest of the guys would be looking at Deku and just going off at him. Not really mad, but just like, come on, dude. You could have picked this all up. You could have just teleported us here. As Deku would then say, it's supposed to be a training camp, and you guys apparently really need the training. As everyone would get mad, and Bakugou would say, I'll kill you, you damn nerd. As Deku would then say, yeah. Afterwards, Momo would then appear, saying, I know you've been trying to teach me, but really, we were in there for like 4 hours, Deku. As Deku would then say, I'm sorry, but you need the training too. I won't always be around to save you. As Momo would then say, I know. And she would then put her head into Deku's arms. Thanks, she would then say. As Deku would then say, sure. Afterwards, the teachers would cook for everyone, and they would have their little dinner before the real training starts. Afterwards, they would go to the bath, where Mineta would then say, heaven's on the other side of this wall. As Deku would then appear right next to Mineta, saying, you know if you try to look over there, Nabra will strike you down where you stand. As Mineta would then say, it'd be worth it just to get a peek. As Mineta would then climb up the wall, with Koda still knocking him down like in canon. And falling himself as well. Deku would still save Koda and get the explanation about how his family was killed in a villain attack. And Deku, after hearing this, would investigate the attack, finding out who had killed Koda's family, a villain named Muscular. Afterwards, at nighttime, Aizawa will pull Deku aside and asks, Midoriya, do you believe you could help in the hero training? As Deku would then say, really? Why would you want me to help? As Aizawa would then say, you're by far the strongest person here, even including the teachers. And my quirk doesn't work on you, so yeah. And I believe sometimes you're holding back. As Deku would then say, as he would then gulp. Not gulp. He would then look on skeptical about Aizawa, and if he actually knows he's been holding back. As Deku would then say, do I have to help? As Aizawa would then say, you don't have to at all. I'm just asking. As Deku would then say, fine, I'll help. As Aizawa would then say, good. I've already asked the other 3 and they've all agreed. As Deku would then say, so also last pick. As Aizawa would then say, yeah. He would then walk off. The next day, everyone would go out super early in the morning to prepare for training. He would then ask Bakugou to throw the ball. Yeah, he would ask Bakugou to throw the ball. He would get the same score, and Aizawa would then give them the whole explanation about how they've only improved technical skill and a slight boost in stamina. After this, Aizawa would then say, we are going to be pushing you guys to the limits until you break. That's what I meant to say. Afterwards, the other teachers would come out with Ragdoll and Tiger. Yeah, Tiger. And Albedo would come out in her Black Knight hero costume. And he will also show Deku behind him. As everyone will look on, they would say, why is Deku being one of the trainers? As Aizawa would then say, by far he is the most experienced and skilled one here. No, he is the most powerful one here. And I believe there's nothing we can teach him, so we have asked him to help with everyone else's training. As everyone will look on thinking, that makes sense. I don't think there's anything anyone can teach Deku. And as Aizawa would say, are you guys ready? They will all begin their training. As Bakugou will look on thinking, him. He would then walk off to begin his training. As Aizawa was gonna say, Izuku, Midoriya, I mean, go look at who you can help with their training. And Deku would then say, okay, Mr. Aizawa. As Deku would then go off to help everyone, the people who he thinks needs help the most, they begin their training. Next, class 1B would come out. Black King would give the whole explanation about tearing the muscle fibers and how quirks work the same way. Aizawa would then say, this is your class. As Kendo would then say, we have at least 20 students with unique quirks. Is this number of teachers really going to be able to help us all? As Aizawa would then say, yeah, we have other teachers. As the Wawa Pussycats would give their poses or whatever, Aizawa would then say, they will be helping you along with him. As Class 1B will look on thinking, why is someone from Class 1A teaching us? As all of Class B will look on thinking, really? Why is he teaching us? As Mono would then say, we won't need his help. And as Aizawa would then say, it's here if you guys want it. And as they would then say, nope. Albedo would appear behind Aizawa and Deku. And Aizawa would then say, Miss Albedo will be teaching you guys as well. As all of Class 1B look on saying, the number 4 hero's here. They had seen her around school, but she's mostly for the other classes, not most hero classes. Like, Albedo is a teacher there, but she mostly works with Class 1A and non-hero classes, so yeah. But, if you guys were wondering about the rankings, here are the rankings for heroes. All Might would still be in first, with Touch Me coming pretty close. There's still a gap, but he's much closer to bridging that gap than Endeavor was. Endeavor would be just right behind Touch Me by a little bit, with Albedo catching up rapidly to Endeavor via her popularity. So yeah, with Hawks being in 5th, Shelter being in 6th, Demiurge 7th, and Cocytus 8th. So yeah. Around this time, Albedo would say, if you guys aren't willing to learn from him, come learn from me. This wouldn't be to insult Deku, this would be more or less to get revenge on the people who disrespected her master by training them into the dirt. So yeah. As they would then see this, they will all really want to train with her. And she would then say, all the ones with strength enhancing quirks. Or flight quirks. So yeah. And the training would begin. Naburo would train with Kaminari, help him withstand higher volts of electricity. As they would be training, Kaminari would be saying, you're enjoying this, aren't you? And Naburo would then say, why wouldn't I be enjoying this? Todoroki would get help with his fire from Mara, who teaches him better control and manipulation of his flames. And Aura and Albedo, I can't believe I forgot that for a second. Albedo and Tiger would help the students with physical enhancement quirks and or flight quirks. Deku would help out Ochako with gravity magic that he has to help her get more used to gravity and help her just to like enhance her gravity abilities. He will also put a large amount of gravity on her to help her to try and have her quirk evolve a little. It's like Ochako is a glass full of water. Deku keeps pouring water into it. So Ochako puts a hole at the bottom of the glass. As she's putting more pressure on her with gravity, she's using her quirk to make her weightless. So, if you guys understand what I mean. Deku's pouring water into a cup. As the cup is overflowing, Ochako is lessening the amount of water being poured into a cup by putting a hole at the bottom of it. If you guys understand my analogies, good. If you guys don't, ask me in the comments what I mean. But after this training, he would go to help Tokoyami, using a mental type of magic to help him with the control of Dark Shadow. It would be helping him greatly. Afterwards, they would go on to eat at camp. Deku would then be looking down with Momo asking, "What's wrong?" Deku would then say, "I'm worried about that kid Koda." And Momo would then ask, "What's going on?" And he would explain everything that he found out about Koda, and how his parents were killed by a villain called Muscular. As Deku would then say, "I don't know what to do." As Momo would then say, "I would leave this alone if I were you. You tend to be a bit blunt with your words." As Deku would then say, "Maybe you're right." And she would say, "I'm always right." And Deku would then say, "Except when you're wrong." And she would then slap him over the head a little bit and walk away. After that, after they would be done eating, as they would be eating, Deku would see Koda wander off. He would wander off after him with a bowl of food, with him saying, "I brought you some food," with Koda saying, "How'd you find my secret hideout?" And Deku would say, "I just used track." And Koda would say, "Track?" And Deku would then say, "It's just a spell I created." And as Koda would then say, "Spell?" And Deku would then say, "Oh, it's just a part of my quirk. My quirk is kind of like magic." And as Koda would say, "So you think just because you have a cool quirk, you can be a hero?" And as Deku would say, "I don't think I'll be a hero. I know I will. The quirk be damned." As Koda will look on saying, "All you guys think you're just so cool with your quirks." And as Deku would then say, "Most people think they're so cool with their quirks. I try my best, and I only got my quirk fairly recently." And as Koda will then look on at Deku saying, "I was quirkless for the majority of my life. It wasn't easy. I was bullied a lot. I heard about what happened to your parents, Koda." As Koda will then look on at Deku saying, "Go!" As Deku then say, "I don't know how it feels to lose someone as you've done, but I don't think it's good to just cut yourself off." As Koda would then tell Deku to go. As Deku would then leave the bowl of food saying, "I'm sorry," and then he would walk away. Next day they would continue their training, and afterwards they would get some time off for their training, for the test of courage. Yeah, that thing. In the original canon, Deku didn't have anyone to go with for the test of courage, but the number of students became more even on Class 1A. Deku would be assigned to go with Nabro. Momo would be a little bit sad that she doesn't get to go with her hubby, her fiance, but she wouldn't feel threatened by Nabro, as Albedo would be a bit jealous because she didn't know teachers couldn't compete in the test of courage, so she wants some alone time with her master. But as Deku would then be trying to console Momo, he would then get a glance from Albedo, and he would know what this was. He would then say, "How about the two of you go? I have something to take care of right now." As Deku would run off with him thinking, "What's going on?" With Momo thinking, "What's going on?" Nabro would then distract her, and they would both go into the forest. And Deku would then go to Albedo, asking, "Is it time? Is it happening?" As they would both walk off for a bit. They would then look at the smoke starting to form. Albedo would then say, "Yes, sir, it's happening." As Deku would then use sensory magic, he would then look on to see Flash taking down Ragdoll, Slash would have informed him that the League of Villains would be attacking around the next day, and he would have given him the names of every villain that would be attacking. So Slash is going to be taking down Pixie Bob, but Deku would have told him not to go overboard and really injure her. Slash would be just taking her down with knockout gas or something similar to that. So yeah. Next we will have Pixie Bob and Mandalay and Tiger fighting Spinner and Miss Magna. So, after that, we will have Koda on the mountains with him using his... If you guys didn't already get this, he's using his sensory magic to check out where everyone is and what's going on. Around this time, Deku would then say, "You know the plan. Go help Mandalay, Pixie Bob, and Tiger. I'll go to Koda. That will buy us some time before everything goes down." And as Albedo would say, "Yes, my lord." She would then armor up, and then head out. Deku would then use flight magic and fly to Koda, trying to waste as much time as possible. He would then see Koda there, but as Koda would be telling him to leave, he would then see a fist coming towards Koda. He would then grab the fist, pulling Koda right out of the way of Muscular's giant, fist. As Muscular would then say, "You're pretty quick, kid. Tell me, do you know where Bakugou and Izuku Midoriya are?" And as Deku would then say, "I'm Izuku Midoriya." Muscular would then say, "Good, you're on the kill list." And as Deku would then say, "Oh, I'm on the list? I feel so flattered." Then as Koda would look on saying, He's the one who..." And Deku would then say, "I know. He's the one who took your parents away from you. And I'll make him pay for that." As Koda would look on at Deku with red eyes glowing, Deku would say, "Step back and don't get too afraid." As Koda would then step back, Muscular would then say, "You honestly think you can take me, kid?" And Deku would then say, "You saw me at the sports festival. Do you believe you can beat me?" As Muscular would then say, "You're just a wannabe hero. Let me show you what I do to wannabe heroes." As Muscular would then come charging at Deku. Deku, just using technical skill and his spells, would then start to slow and weaken Muscular, while also using fire arrow, acid arrow, and an energy arrow. And also boosting himself with haste and rabbits here. And a bunch of other spells to increase his senses, to make him basically untouchable and invulnerable. He already is basically invulnerable, but he's just putting on a show to waste time at this point. So, after this fight would be going on, Muscular would then get tired of being burnt by acid and fire, and he would then put in his eye, and his quirk would go get boosted. As he would then say, "You're dead, kid." As Deku would then say, "Bring it. Transform me into his overlord form," with Muscular saying, "Huh, you look like a real villain, kid." As Deku would then say, "But I'm not. You could hardly be considered a threat. So come on. Show me what a real villain can do." As Muscular would then come charging at Deku, hitting him in the face with a well-placed punch. Punch after punch after punch after punch. But it will be doing nothing as Muscular it's getting furious and becoming more and more erratic as he keeps punching Deku. As the punches do nothing, Deku would then say, "Is that all you have? Huh, my physical immunity is pretty much the worst possible match for you. Someone who only uses their fists." As Muscular would then be getting mad, keep punching Deku. Deku would then grab him around the waist. As Muscular would then say, "What are you doing?" He would keep punching Deku, as Deku would then say, "I'm taking a little bit of revenge for that boy over there. You killed his parents. Do you remember who they were?" As Muscular would say, Who cares? As Muscular within his back within crack a bit. As Deku would then say, who cares indeed? That boy has gone through a lot because of what you've done. As Muscular would then say, so what? And he would keep punching and punching. As Deku would then squeeze tighter. And he would keep punching and punching. As Deku would then say, so what? You destroyed that boy's world. And I'm gonna destroy yours. Snap! Muscular would be dropped to the ground after Deku had snapped his spine. As Koda would look on, being afraid of Deku as he looks like that, Deku would say, it's fine, Koda. As he would then power down. Koda would then ask, did you kill him? As Deku would then say, of course not. I broke his spine. He will never walk again. That's the only thing I did to him, Koda. As Koda would then look on at Deku. And he would then ask, is Koda okay? Koda would then say he's fine. As Deku would then say, good, then let's get you somewhere safe. Deku would then pick up Koda running through the forest. He would think to himself, saying, I could have made that fight last a lot longer, but I got too riled up. As he would then meet up with Aizawa, Albedo would have taken down Spinner and Miss Magna. As the other three heroes look on amazed, saying, she definitely deserves to be number 4. Maybe number 3. As they will all look on impressed. Albedo would get a message from Deku, asking if she succeeded. She would say she has. As Deku would be running through the forest, meeting up with Aizawa, he would then hand Koda off to Aizawa and run out saying, they're after Bakugou, I have to go save him. And as Aizawa would then say, wait, you can't, and as Aizawa looks into Deku's eyes, they will glow red, similar to his. Aizawa would then say, take him down, kid. As Deku will be running off, looking as if he's out of breath, but we all know he's faking at this point. Aizawa would think, I've never seen a kid out of breath before. I wonder what happened. Deku would be going off. Aizawa would have told Deku to tell Menele to allow the kids to use their quirks. He would relay that information to Albedo, and she would then tell Menele to tell everyone that they are allowed to use their quirks and that they're after Bakugou. So everyone would get that information. Deku would be running to the forest when he would see Tokoyami versus Moonfish. But this would be out of control Dark Shadow. Or is it out of control? Dark Shadow would take down Moonfish the same way he did in canon, slamming him into a tree, causing him to be knocked out cold. Tokoyami would then rein in Dark Shadow only a little bit, but afterwards, Bakugou and Todoroki would come with the flames and an explosion to put out Dark Shadow. Tokoyami would then say thank you, as Deku would then appear, seeing all 4 of them get together. As Deku would then say, you guys, are you okay? As everyone's looking on in shock at Deku breathing heavily, Deku would then say, I got into a fight with one of them. It took longer than I expected. I had to use up a little more power than normal. As everyone then say, what villain could have caused Midoriya to use up more power? Deku would then say, I got it a little bit out of hand. As Deku would then say, you guys all got the message, right? That they're after Bakugou. And they will all say, yeah, with Bakugou saying, yeah, I got it. I'm going to kill them. As Deku would say, we need to protect Bakugou. I'm almost out of power. So, I won't be much help. But, as Bakugou would say, yeah, you won't be much help. As Deku would say, shut up. Everyone group around Kacchan. Everyone would then group around him the same way in canon. And him and Tokoyami will be taken. So around this point, everything aligns with the original canon. They will be taken by Mr. Compress, Mia El Chaco, thrown by El Chaco and Tsuyu, slamming him into the ground like in canon. Compress would then look on saying, look at Shoji with 2 marbles in his hand, believing that these are Bakugou, and Tokoyami, but they would be just chunks of ice, as he would then hold out the ones that were Bakugou and, well, Tokoyami. As Dari would exit out of the portal, saying hi to Shoto. But, like in canon, Aoyama would then shoot a naval laser at Mr. Compress, causing the ball to be slipped out of his hand, with Shoji catching Tokoyami's, but Shoto not. They would then uncompress Bakugou with Dabi holding onto his neck the same way in canon. Deku would be running at the portal, and running at the portal, but Bakugou has already been pulled in, with Deku screaming, "Dimension lock! Dimension lock!" as he would then fall down. After that event, everyone would have been sent home because there was no serious injuries, and even if there were, Deku and the rest could have healed them. Momo would be pretty shaken up by the entire thing, thinking that she needs to go upstairs and lay down for a bit. She would also say, "Luckily I put a tracking device on one of the Nomu, so All Might and the rest will be able to take them down." Deku would then say, "Good job, Momo. I'll see you upstairs in a bit. I have to take care of some stuff." As Momo would then say, "Yeah." Deku and Nabro would look at Momo go up the stairs, and then they would say, and Deku would then say, "Open the portal." The portal would then open with both of them going through it. Deku would instantly transform with Nabro putting on her Pleiades maid uniform, as she would then line up with the rest of the Pleiades. Deku would then see all of his guardians as well. He would then stand above all of them, as they would say, "It's time to show the world you are here." And that is it for the video, you guys. I'm sorry if I was a little bit off today. I'm currently recording downstairs, and if the audio is a little bit messed up, I'm really sorry. If the audio is messed up, or if you guys couldn't follow along. But anyway, how you guys like the story so far? Really, don't forget 100 likes, I'll make part 8. Anything else I want to tell you guys? Anything else? Oh yeah, there was something else I wanted to tell you. Oh yeah, what if Deku was the reincarnation of Ainz Foldigold? That would take a while to come up with, because it's basically like my first 1 hour special, and I'm planning on going pretty far with it, and adding a few characters from the original, so you guys have that to look forward to. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I am rambling on here. This has been King Majin saying, if you have any questions, comment them down below. Signing out. Peace. And I will answer all questions. Peace.